Welcome back and happy June. In honor of the longest day of the year being in June, we decided to do a fun project that involves the sun. That would be a sundial. So if you've not seen a sundial before, this is what was used to tell time before clocks. So what happens is this end of the sundial gets pointed north, gets placed out somewhere where it gets sun from morning to evening, so you can put it in your garden, wherever. And you mark lines on here, or at least dots at the top, and label them with the time of day. So it goes from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And what happens as the sun travels from the east to the west, it casts its light on the pointer, and the pointer casts a shadow on the dial. And so what happens is the sun's over here, casts a big shadow, and shows the morning hours. And as the sun moves across the sky, the shadow gets smaller as it gets up here to noon. And then as it goes into the evening, the shadow starts casting over here. So I'm going to show you how to put this together and how to mark your time, and then we'll get some pictures in here of it actually in action as well. So I'm going to set this one aside. What you're going to get in your kit is two pieces. So you've got the dial that'll have the gauge, the time on it, and you've got your pointer. And what you'll notice is your pointer is not quite a perfect triangle. You've got one pointy end, actually you got two pointy ends, and then you got an end that's kind of cut off. That end that's cut off, that's the bottom, and that goes in this slot here on the dial. But before we do that, I'm going to show you one way you can mark your dial. So the paper, the template here you can download in the link below. And what you can do is you can lay this template on here, and you want to lay it so that this 12 o'clock line that also says true north, which is telling you that this is what points to north, you want that line to come right in the center of the groove and come all the way down to the bottom of the groove, and you want your 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. going straight across the board. So you can kind of see, if you run your finger, you can see if this line here is running through the center of that groove, and you get that lined up, and you can take a marker or you can take a pencil, and what I like to do is just hold that down. You can tape it down, I just hold it down. You can put a little dot at each one of these numbers for the hours. And then you can leave just the dot, and you can label those, or you can do like I did on this one, and you can take a straight edge from that center point all the way to the dot. I'm going to do that here. For the 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., I'm just going to run a line all the way across. And once you've got this, then all you have to do is take a little bit of glue and put it in this groove, and then place this in here, and that's it, and let it dry. So if you want to paint it, I would paint it first before marking the lines. You can decorate it however you want. Now there's another way you can mark these lines. You don't have to download and print this. The other way you can mark these lines is you can assemble it first. You can take it out, and you can make sure that this end is pointing north. So you'll need a compass, or just probably use your phone or general directions, and make sure this is pointing north. Or if you take it out right at noon, you can shift it a little bit and make sure that there's no shadow being cast either way, so that it's going straight, and that'll tell you that's that. So if you cheat and use a clock, you can do that. The other thing you can do, once you've got it set out there and you've got this pointed to true north, instead of marking all these at once, you can just go out and mark them at various times of the day. So you can take it out in the morning, and you can see where the shadow casts for 7 a.m. and you can make that mark for 7, and you can wait an hour and do 8 and 9 and 10. So you don't have to use this template. The template just goes a little faster, but I think it's kind of fun to go ahead and put it together and set it outside and make the marks as the day goes along. So the angles on here and the angles on here, are set for basically the longest day of the year. So what happens is as the seasons change and the sun changes its position in the sky, your shadows will change a little bit throughout the year, but it still should be pretty accurate and it should be a lot of fun. Enjoy this project, show us some pictures, show us where you end up putting yours, if it's in the garden or in the driveway or in the middle of the street or wherever you put it. Probably not the middle of the street though. So enjoy and send us your finished projects. I can only imagine how some of you will paint this up and make it look beautiful. Thanks.